In the heart of a dimly lit room, Jeremy Brown, a man of 36 years, sits consumed by his addiction. The air hangs heavy with the stench of neglect, a tangible testament to the chaos that is Jeremy's life. His face, lined and gaunt, reflects a man aged beyond his years, a cruel memento of his relentless addiction. The room around him is a mirror of his existence, disheveled, grimy, and heavy with the weight of despair. Amidst this clutter, Jeremy's eyes are glued to the cracked screen of his phone, the only light in his dreary world. Jeremy's existence has one driving force: online sweepstakes. He spends countless hours lost in the digital maze of Facebook, hunting desperately for that elusive free play opportunity. His fingers scroll with a practiced ease, his eyes scanning, always searching, his heart pounding with every potential find. His cracked screen phone, a reflection of his shattered life, is his only source of hope in this dark world. Jeremy stumbles upon a glimmer of hope, a $10 free play offer, but the road to this elusive prize is paved with absurd challenges. Our protagonist finds himself in a digital labyrinth, a twisted reality where the currency is not gold or silver, but likes and shares. The first task, to share the vendor's post 50 times. In the world of social media, this is akin to shouting from the rooftops, proclaiming one's loyalty to the vendor. Yet for Jeremy, it's a small price to pay for the promise of a fleeting high. With the first challenge conquered, Jeremy advances to the second. He is now required to invite 100 friends to like the vendor's page. This task is a reminder of the many connections he once had, connections that have faded into mere digital footprints. He goes through the list, clicking one name after another, a painstaking journey through a graveyard of lost relationships. Finally, he reaches the third and final challenge, an online survey. This is not your typical set of multiple-choice questions. No, this is a marathon, a seemingly endless stream of queries about his preferences, habits, and opinions. It's as if the survey is a mirror, forcing Jeremy to confront the reality of his existence, question by question. But he perseveres, clicking away, driven by the allure of the prize that lies at the end. This labyrinth of tasks, each more absurd than the last, is a reflection of Jeremy's world. A world where the value of human connection is reduced to likes and shares, where personal information is traded for the chance of a quick win, where the pursuit of momentary pleasure leads to a cycle of endless tasks. With a sigh of relief, Jeremy completes the last task. The free play is now within his grasp. But as we'll soon see, every glimmer of hope comes with its own set of shadows. A jackpot on his third spin! Jeremy's heart leaps with joy, but his euphoria is short-lived. In the blink of an eye, Jeremy's world flipped. The dingy room faded into obscurity as the flashing lights from his cracked phone screen consumed his focus. His heart pounded in rhythm with the digital jackpot siren, a sound he'd been yearning to hear. He'd hit the jackpot. He'd won. For once, fortune appeared to be smiling upon him, a rare and precious break in the clouds of his chaotic existence. His mind raced with the possibilities. This was his ticket out, a chance to claw his way out from the pit he'd fallen into. The sweepstakes, initially a source of temporary escape, now held the promise of a more permanent redemption. He could pay off his debts, clean up his act, maybe even start over. But as he reached out to claim his prize, his joyous anticipation abruptly turned to disbelief. The vendor, his supposed lifeline to a better future, had blocked him on Facebook. The disbelief quickly gave way to a rising tide of anger. Betrayal, frustration, and despair swirled within him, a storm of emotions threatening to consume him. His dreams of redemption, his hopes of a better life, were blocked by the very entity that had offered him a glimmer of hope. The irony was not lost on Jeremy. He was trapped, ensnared in a cruel game where even victory tasted like defeat. His anger bubbled over, a primal roar escaping his lips as he hurled his phone against the wall. The screen shattered on impact, fragments of glass scattering across the room, mirroring his shattered dreams. His redemption had been within his grasp, only to be cruelly snatched away. In a fit of rage, Jeremy smashes his phone, his dreams of redemption, now as shattered as his phone screen.